EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Today, it's the second of 3 games here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Now, the second of 3 games here on this Sunday, we continue with Super Wild Card Weekend here on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
This could be the turning point! Thank you!
Toss him aside, offense. Let's go.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll get this to the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 7. Here's Conner on the read option. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Toon going to throw it. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Draymond Jones drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. Returnable for Lockett. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd and 4.
Let's go, defense. Make us proud. Go, defense. Watch the middle. Watch the middle. Right now, Dylan. Shut him down.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Now it's Lockett. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And they will take over 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
On the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but from both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 52 yards. And the Seahawks will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Connor up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here is 3rd down and 4. Two. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Don't let us down. Keep it going. Take it all the way.
Looking to throw. Tune. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. From the gun, a give to Connor. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. They run behind center with Connor. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Running left is Walker. Down the left sideline. Inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Smith. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to add on to that lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first. There he goes, right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
What's going on, guys?
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Tune. Now pass complete to Moore. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And Tune to throw it now. Towards the end zone for Brown. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 42 yards. And the Cardinals are back within a score. Prater for the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Second and 10. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing on third down, Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
No points on this drive, Dean. No points. Get on it. Oh!
Slot man moves right. From the gun, it's Walker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Sticking with Walker on second down. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Walker with another carry. Down to about the 32.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll try the air now with Smith. And his throw is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. is Gino. That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Cards will take over here at the 12-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. And it gets paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. More the motion man right. Here's Tune to throw it. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Tune. And it's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing Tune. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
People are cashing checks.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Keep out of the end zone. Don't let him get there. Defense, make him feel it.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert On 3rd and 9. Gino now to throw. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, Connor, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 26. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked in terms of the side.
And he's going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
Oh, Connor loses it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. One more. 32 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, have your fun. All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
4th down now after a loss of 2.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
This is taken at about the 14. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10.
Come on, boys. We got this.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They start with a give to Connor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. CD, put on your OC cap here. What do you do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up and we're going to run the same darn play and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, as tough as defenses are, I want some mobility. I want some movement, putting the ball in the hands of my quarterback and giving him a run-pass option. That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right out to 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. 2. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. He hits more. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So here comes the veteran Matt Prater in a big spot in this ball game from 28 yards out. Prater's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first up. To the races down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Gino's going to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Toon going to throw it. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Down to the 10. Touchdown. Equanimous St. Brown. 75 yards. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter as the kick is away here. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 102 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Arizona. 63 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Tune. Finds his tight end. It's Ertz. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A run between the tackles with Brady. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Looking to throw. Tune. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zach Ertz from 6 yards away. And the Cards are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter as the kick is away here. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. In motion right, that's Metcalf. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
In it to win it.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here comes 2nd down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Smith's going to throw it. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Get the quarterback, dude.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think you got caught in between and created a foul.
Smith to throw. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. 80 seconds remain. 2nd and 10. Here's Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. There's some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Up the middle, here's Walker. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to Walker on 1st down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Keep it up. Do this. Take it to him.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Walker. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. This to advance to the divisional round. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an